everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking. This afternoon we're just going to be frying some pork chops and I'm just going to be cooking for supper, okay? So I'm just going to show you. This is a basic video. I know y'all probably do yours this way or a different way, I'm not sure, but I've got this is just the thin sliced pork chops. And I sprayed just a little bit of just regular oil in there, and I'm going to put in a few of these. And then I'm going to turn down, just letting my pan get nice and hot. I'm going to fry about 4 of these. I'm going to put a little salt. Let me get my salt off there. A little salt and a little pepper. This is just Himalayan salt, but I like to use sea salt. And then I'm going to put, got it everywhere, as you can see that, a little pepper. These are just a real simple, just a pinch on them. And we're just going to fry these up, okay? And I'm going to be making some gravy. So we're going to wait till these get nice and seared really good and flip them over. I'm going to give just one little squirt of oil on the top of each pork chop. I like a really good, I'm going to put a little pepper on this side. And just a hair bit of salt. And like I said, I'm going to clean this mess up, all this solid around here. But we're going to let this fry a little while, get good and done. And we'll be back. This grease has popped everywhere, so I put a lid on it. Now, just saying I'm going to have a mess here. I'm going to take this, and you can tell I've cooked these. We like our pork chops nice, and let me grab a paper towel to go in that, okay? Okay, I'm not moving very fast. I have a heel spur that has just about tried to devour me. That's just the truth. Okay, now I'm going to pull these up and put my boneless pork chops. Now, when we have the biscuits and gravy with this and mashed potatoes, we really like just the basic salt and pepper seasoning. You can put any kind of seasoning that you want, but this is I'm putting a little bit of aluminum foil over that to hold that heat in there. You know to cook your chops until they are totally done. Make sure that they are totally done. Let me get some of this water, that condensation from my lid. Now, here we go. I turned off my eye and I'm going to start it again. Please don't pay any attention to the oil or splatters that are out here. I'm going to put, let's see. I've got a little bit of oil in there. I'm going to probably put, let's measure. I'm trying to measure for you all. I don't measure for me. I might have to add just a little bit oil, but that's about 4-5 tablespoons, maybe a fourth of a cup. It's about what it is. Now I'm going to turn this back on and heat it back up. And then we're going to try to give you all a a measured out recipe, which is, this is the hardest thing that I do to try to teach you all. It's just done by feeling and looking. I've just got some all-purpose flour here. And I'm going to put some, there's 2 heaping tablespoons, 3 heaping tablespoons, and I'm just going to grab my little, and we'll see. I just have to look to see how much more flour I need to add. I love to use a whisk with when I make gravy, because we don't want any lumps in our gravy, do we? I'm going to put in 1 more tablespoon. Now I'm going to turn that down a little bit and grab my whisk, okay? It's going to make some noise, and I know that drives some of y'all crazy because of this clad pan that I've got. And I'm going to put a little salt and a little pepper. This is the pepper. We like a good peppery gravy. Maybe half teaspoon, something like that. But you do that however that you like your seasoning. I'm going to put, that's about a half. I'm going to put 3/4, maybe about a half teaspoon, something like that. That was about a half. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. Now, we want to cook it for a few minutes until the flour taste. You don't want a floury taste in your gravy, because you don't want it to taste like flour. So cook that flour taste out, as I used to say. We like brown gravy. If you like your gravy to be lighter, then right now is the time you need to go ahead and add your milk. But we like a good brown gravy. Hey, 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 hey. Now I'm going to start adding some milk. I've got 2 cups here. I don't know how much I'm going to use, but I'm going to take this all the way down to low while I put in my milk. I'm going to use the whole two cups, and if I need some more, I've got some milk right here behind me. Now, we want to get that all incorporated up. In this gravy. Now that I've got it all combined, I turned it up just about to medium high. You'll start to see some bubbles start coming in there. You just want to cook it until it starts to thicken up. Now, we don't like real thick gravy. We like it to be a little thinner, because when it sits there for a few minutes, it will start to thicken up after you've taken it off the eye or off your heating element. See those bubbles start to come up in there? We're going to let that thicken up a little bit. It usually don't take but just a couple of minutes. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to taste this. Just make sure I have enough salt and pepper. I'm going to put just a little bit more salt. Like I said, this is one of those things you have to do yourself. Okay, see that already thickening up there? I'm going to turn it off and just leave it there a few minutes. Now, if you like your gravy thicker, now, some people like their gravy thick enough to slice with a knife. Not us. So you see that? Look at that. See? And it'll thicken on up. We're just going to set this to the back. Off the heat. I've got my oven preheating. I'm going to do my biscuits. And I'm just going to shut everything off and clean up my mess. Now, we've got our... Hang on just a second. We have our, some of our food over here. I'm just going to real quickly, you can see how the gravy thickens up. I've let it sit over here while I was baking my biscuits. So, my biscuits are still hot. So I'm just going to put me a little gravy over top of my biscuits and a little bit in my taters. Pop always likes mashed potatoes, so that's why we have a lot of mashed potatoes. Oh my. Now, we'll set that back over there, and I'm going to wipe off the gravy that I just dribbled on there. There's some more. And I'm going to get out a piece of this pork chop, boneless pork chop. Couple of pieces. This right here, I'll just take a little bite, but look at that. Don't that look good? Now we've got biscuits and gravy and mashed potatoes and pork chops. I hope that looks good to you all. I'm going to take one little bite. I'm watching my computer over here. I'm doing something and I can't let my computer go dark. So I'm just going to take a little bite. Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for this day. Thank you for your blessings, Lord. I pray, God, that you'll shower those blessings upon the people that are watching. Lord, I pray, God, you'll save the lost and heal the sick, Lord, today. And thank you for this food, Lord. Amen. Gravy is great. Biscuit is good. This is real life right here. I'm just going to take a bite. A little bite. It's so good. It really is, young'uns. It's really good. I'm going to take a picture of this. And y'all just having supper with us tonight. I hope y'all get a chance to make this simple meal. You can invite somebody over, or you can have it by yourself, or whatever you need to do. It is delicious. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I hope that you realize how much you're loved today. Absolutely realize how much you're loved. We're not trying to hide one thing from you. God don't try to hide one thing from you. He wants you to know how much he loves you. He wants you to know how much he cares. You know, sometimes some of us are going through sicknesses. I can't stand too long on my foot. It's just killing me. But the good Lord knows that. And he's working on that heel spur. He's working on that heel spur. So I know that God knows what we're going through. He knows the sicknesses. He knows the heartbroken ones, the ones that's lost loved ones, or, you know, are watching their loved ones go downhill. Maybe they're caregivers and they're struggling to communicate with their spouses or the people they're taking care of. Know that God's right there with you. Know that he's never made a mistake. He knows exactly what's going on, and he knows before it ever happens what's going to happen. So I just want y'all to know, put your trust in the Lord today. He'll never fail you. He'll never forsake you. Remember that He's always there with you. Even when the darkest hour comes, when you think you're all alone, He's still there with you. Well, young'uns, I'm going to holler for Papa, set him down to biscuits and gravy and tenderloin. Not tenderloin, but boneless pork chops. Won't that be good? And he loves mashed potatoes. So I'll feed him real good tonight. And Lord willing, I will see you. I will see you another day if the Lord's willing, okay? I love you, and don't forget how much He loves y'all. Loves you so much more.